Put them in here. So we can look at those and see what we all look like. Yeah, I got the recording going. So we're going to look at our experiments. We'll do a little review. We got a quizzes, a Kahoot, new topics. And then, of course, we always go over homework, what we're going to do. Yep, I will show experiments in class. Yes, I will, all the time. Yeah, of course I will. And you know, I don't say anybody's name because some people, but if you want to claim it, you can. So that's always the case. I'm not going to pull you, call you out. But most people want to say, that's mine, that's mine. Yep. We go through them. We go through them kind of quick, Tirza, but we do go through them. So, all right. Thank you, Jesus, Lord, for this day. Thank you for the fall weather. Help to keep our sinuses cleared out and help us to be healthy and safe. Help to focus also today, please, as it is Tuesday. So the week has already started and we're just going strong, going strong. Watch over us, please. Protect us. And bless our friends and family. In your name. Amen. Okay, that was a quick prayer. Let's see. What is your mood right now? We've got a cutesy little panda bear. Look carefully now. Which one do you want to pick? Look careful. He's cute. Or she. I don't know. It could be a she. Which one do you guys like? I mean, 5's very cute too. I'm going to say I'll be a 1. I like 1. 5's. We got 3's. We got 8's. 7's. 4's. They're all cute. Very good. Very good. Oh, pardon me. I better have loaded in I know I loaded him in last week. That's your favorite emoji. That's funny. Silly, silly. All right. Anybody else? All right. What is your favorite subject in school? What's your favorite subject? Favorite subject? I'm okay if it's PE. Okay, that's totally fine. Did we do the same one last week? Uh-oh, I must have moved it in there. Well, give me your second favorite then. Thank you for telling me. I'll have to fix that. How about this? Did we do your birthday yet? All right, let's do that. When is your birthday? I'll change it up. Oops, let's get it filling in. When is your birthday? You don't have to tell me the year, but what month? All right, what do we have going on here? July, December, February, August again, June, December. Ooh, okay, April. Anybody else? Birthdays. Yep. Cool. Okay, next up, get ready to send me some answers, guys. You ready? Number 1. And I tried to put the ABCD close to the little fill in the blanks, okay? What is the answer to number 1? Cracks in the earth where rock is crushed and bent. What's that going to be? A, B, C, or D? It's going to be the fault lines. Y'all got it. Number 2. The area around the Pacific Ocean with lots of earthquakes and volcanic activity or volcano activity. The Ring of Fire. Number 3. The instrument that scientists use to detect and record the waves from an earthquake. Seismograph. Good job. Next one. Number 4. Any kind of earthquake or volcanic activity on Earth is called this. Seismic. Yeah. Number 5. This is used to measure how powerful an earthquake is. Okay, powerful is the key word. Richter scale. Yeah. Couple more. What is the center point of an earthquake called? It's giving you a hint when it says center point. A, the epicenter. Very good. Number 8. Which answer? What building in Istanbul, Turkey, is the most earthquake-proof? You guys got it. A couple more. My letters got messed up there. When two plates crash into each other, what is typically formed? Shh. Awesome. Mountains. What is the best type of land to build on? We talked about this a little bit last week. Y'all remember? Yeah, the bedrock. It sounds like it's rock, right? It's tough. An earthquake, number 12, in the ocean that produces large waves is called tsunami. Good job. All right, fill in the blank. Send me your answers. When plates are pushed or pulled, the rock is subject to what? Look at the bottom of your page for word bank. Good. Stress. Stress can cause a rock to change shape or to break. When a rock bends without breaking, what does it do? Folds. And when the rock actually completely breaks, it is a fracture. Good job. All right. And we will look at our experiments in just a little bit, I promise. First, let's start off with our new topic. You should have one sheet of paper with fill in the blank. Make sure you have that. Got something to show you. Is it a mountain or a volcano? I want you to read it with me out loud. I'll pretend like I can hear you. On your mark, get set. We're going to read Genesis. Go. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep burst forth, and the windows of the heavens were opened. So, volcanoes may be hill size or mountain size, but not all hills and mountains are actually volcanoes. Okay, so we're going to talk about how do volcanoes form. This is on your paper. Got a couple of little Minecraft pictures I found for us. I don't know if you guys like Minecraft anymore, but some students do. So here's our fill in the blank. Below Earth's surface, the lithosphere plates, tectonic plates, move around and produce huge chambers of magma. This liquid magma looks for fissures, which are cracks, in the Earth's crust to break it up and break through it. Once the magma and gases break through the Earth's surface, it is then called lava. So, really important fact here. The magma is still under the Earth, okay, inside the Earth. It has not come out yet. But when it makes its way through and can get out, it changes its name. Its name is then called lava, okay? So that's the first part of your worksheet. All right, moving on. Worksheet, here's your pencil. Magma versus lava. Magma is liquid rock inside the Earth. Lava, the name for magma that has spewed out from a volcano. It's the same substance, but once it's out, we call it something different. Okay. Pretty simple. Let's check out a cool diagram. All right. Look at my magma chamber. It's down here under the surface. There's that bedrock we talked about building stuff on. Now, what happens as the magma is down here is boiling hot, okay? It's just too hot to handle. It wants to get out, right? So it's going to do something. We've got our pipe or conduit, and it can come out through the vent, or it could come out through a side little tiny vent, yes. Once it comes out, it's the orange stuff here, it changes its name to be called lava. Lava, and it flows. There are layers of lava and layers of ash, because as it comes out, it makes a huge cloud, okay? Can cover the entire city that the volcano is near. It would probably scare me to death if I ever saw one. And then as it falls, right, they're going to make layers of the ashes and the lava, and that are ashes, lava, whatever. as it goes and lands on top of the outside of the volcano. Okay, we're going to talk about where do volcanoes occur. Because believe it or not, they can occur on land or under the water. Specifically, they occur at a subduction plate boundary where one plate slides underneath the other. Beneath the ocean, it happens at divergent boundaries where they're pulling away from each other or either at a hot spot. Okay. Submarine volcanoes can form on the ocean floor. And what happens is if they happen that way, they can actually grow and create islands above the water's surface. It's pretty amazing how God created our stuff. Let's look at a picture of where these volcanoes occur and where the most volcanoes are found. It is the Ring of Fire. Okay, so that's over in the Pacific. That's where about 90% of the world's volcanoes are found. Okay, then we've got something called the Cascade Range of volcanoes running from Southwest Canada through Northwest the United States, over there, California and all that. And then we have the Mid-Atlantic Ocean Ridge. That's going to form or has formed because of the lava that's flowing out through the little cracks. Hot spots. We said that was another place. All right, this is on your paper. Does anybody want to read or write on the board? Maybe not. Okay. You want to read or write on the board, Tisha? Board or write? Which one? Board? Oops, there we go. Okay. Here comes drawing board. All right, here we go. Fill in the blanks. Active spots that are in the middle of a tectonic plate. That is what a hot spot is. It is hot rock called mantle plume. All right, the mantle plumes are pretty much in a spot. All right, and if the tectonic plates move above them, they might leave a little trail of that volcanic activity, which is forming those island chains. Okay, and we have about 50 on Earth. You guys have heard of the Hawaiian Islands, Yellowstone, Galapagos Islands. Hotspot volcanoes are not the ones that are the same islands that are formed by plate tectonic movement, but it's just another example of when something's moving underneath the water, right, underneath the ocean, we can be observant of it on the surface when we see it. Okay, so that's our last little part of the top section of our fill in the blank. Everybody's got that. Next up, volcanoes 101. Pause. Here we go. Check it out. All right, friends. Awesome power. That's kind of what I was thinking, although that's a little scary. All right, on your paper, look for the section that says classification of volcanoes. We're going to figure out the 3 different types. Camera, there we go. We have active, dormant, extinct. Those are the 3 main types. And then there's one intermittent. I would like for you to draw these in your area right underneath your the words, okay? You don't have to draw it perfectly, please. Active means just what it sounds like. So show some lava coming out. Dormant, we've got some little Z's up here sleeping. We're going to talk about it more in a minute. Extinct. I'll give you just a moment. When you finish drawing your volcanoes, give me a thumbs up. I'm just loading your experiments real quick. Okay, good. Got lots of thumbs up. I'm almost done. Oops. Okay, good. Save. All right, got it. There we go. All right, we're ready. Here we go. How to tell if a volcano is active, dormant, or extinct. Okay, guess what? It's kind of what it sounds like, actually. But there's no hard, fast, exact definitions, okay? But we don't want to assume that it's extinct when it is not, right? Okay. So yeah, we might get into some trouble there. Active volcanoes are volcanoes that have had at least one eruption during the last thousands of years. Okay. So it could be erupting or it could be dormant, right? But it could still happen. So we're not sure. So we've got to be careful. We want to keep eyes on them. Dormant volcanoes are actually active volcanoes that are just sleeping. It's like thinking about a bear going into hibernation. They're just resting and they're waiting for the time when they need to wake up. Okay. So they're active volcanoes. They're not erupting, but they're supposed to. We just don't know when. Extinct, I know you can figure out what that means. Extinct means, guess what? They have not had any eruption in the last 10,000s of years, and we don't think they're going to do it anyway. Okay. So those are the main three types: active, extinct, dormant. If a volcano happens to form right over a hot spot and the tectonic that the volcano's on moves, the plate moves, then the volcano would move with it. Okay. And then guess what? The volcano will not be over that hot spot anymore. So it could become extinct. It usually does. Now, the last type was the intermittent type of volcano. And that one's a little different because they erupt at fairly regular time periods. Mount Asama, Mount Etna, and Ullalali. So I don't think I would want to live near a volcano that was going to erupt. Would you guys want to? What do you think? I'm thinking no, thank you. I'm thinking no. That would be so scary. I would be worried all the time. Yeah, nervous. All right, let's talk about our types of lava. Middle of your page. Lava forms a thick, brittle, rough, jagged crust. Fill in the blanks, and then we'll look at pictures. Pahoho, I think that's how you say it. Pahoe lava forms in a series of lobes and rounded areas. It looks wrinkly and smooth. Pillow lava, spherical or tubular loads of lava that are formed in the ocean and under glaciers that overlie volcanoes. Lava can be over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So we go by Fahrenheit at our houses. I don't have my temperature here today. It doesn't tell me usually it says at the bottom of my screen what the temp is outside, but you can imagine 2,000 degrees is a little too hot. Wouldn't want that. No, thank you. All right. Are we ready to look at some pictures? Let's look at some pictures. Here's a lava. Look at this one. This one's beautiful. I think this one's so pretty right here. And then pillow lava. Looks like cylindrical tubes and stuff. Ooh, pardon me. I got plenty of sleep. I'm just yawning. Really pretty. All right. Up next, I got a link. Let me give you. Not the time. Yeah, touch it after. Yeah. It's cooled down. Oh, did they mess up my link? Go back. I I can't read it here. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. They might have. Sometimes PBS likes to change it. I don't know why. All right, we'll come back to that. I got a song for you guys. Everybody ready? You're going to love it. All right, here we go. Volcano song. Here we go. Once again, everybody, the magma chamber, down below the Earth's surface. It's hot, it's bubbly, it's on fire, it's ready to get out. It's going to try to find a way out. This is the conduit or the pipe, the main vent. We can have secondary vents, right? It's going to try to get out and make little tiny cracks and get out. And when it comes out, it changes its name to lava. And up there, we will have layers of lava and ash because it's going to have that big old ash cloud up there. Okay. Now, pardon me. Excuse me. I think I have one for us to interactively. Oh, wait. I got a cartoon. A joke. Whatever. Here we go. Get ready. What does he say at the bottom? A volcano is just a mountain. That's right. I know, silly. Okay, let's see if we can label our volcano. I did give us a word bank, so pardon me. We didn't write it down, draw it, but I think you can figure it out. I did do the first one for us for vent right here. Okay, that's coming out there. We could have more than one name for a different part. Okay, so like in other words, it could be, you could say the same word again. So let's just start with number 2. What is number 2 pointing to? Can you guys look at and just look at the word bank? What do you think? Good job. Nicely done. Okay, number 3. We didn't talk about this, but it's got stuck through the pipe and it's not coming out yet. That's called a sill. S-I-L-L. Yeah, that's one we haven't talked about. Number 4, we got a layer of what? Lava layers. And then, let's see, number 5. Number 5, that's going to be our what? Ash cloud. Good. Number 6 is pointing to this top part right there. Don't really have an arrow for it, but the very tip top part. That's the vent. Yes, good job. Vent. I don't have enough room to write. Vent. Number 7, once again, we'll use that word again for lava. Lava or lava flow. There's flow. Flowing. 8, lava layers. All right, the gray part for number 9. What kind of layers? Ash layers. Good. Number 10, that's kind of hard to see the bottom, but that's going to be the what of the earth. Yeah, it's talking about this little piece. Let's get a different color right here. Yeah, the crust. Good. And then 11 is going to be where we want to build, right? If we wanted to build on something, we specifically talked about that last week, the bedrock. And then lastly, number 12, where it's all happening. The magma chamber. Kind of feel like it's evil. The magma chamber. Good job, y'all. Yay. All right. We have time, perfect timing, to look at our, before break, our experiments. And let me clear the chat. Our pictures. Hold on. Bum, bum, bum. Go here. Okay. Get our experiments up. Give it a minute, I guess. There we go. Okay. If you want to claim yours, you can. If not, that's fine as well. Okay. We had to do some silly stuff, right? It's kind of hard, wasn't it? To do your simulation. Oop, there we go. Awesome picture. I love it. Somebody's got a big old matic. Is it called a matic? Is that right? Not a hammer, but what's it called? When it's got the rubber on the end? Mallet. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, I knew it was an M. That looks nice and muddy. I'm glad you're outside doing that. Good work. Another example of our simulation. All right, that's a huge rock. Very nice there. Falling over. Good, good, good. Nice. Ooh, good job putting a paper towel around your hammer. Good job, Tirza. Freeway, nearly paved, older road. Oh, the older road. That's hilarious. Bumping around. Good, good. Nice picks. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Sometimes, yeah, you might want to do some stuff outside. Another nice one. Oh, yay. I hadn't looked at them all yet. This is great, y'all. American flag. I love that. It's an awesome brick. Good, Emma. That one's sideways, but that's okay. Oh, it's nice. Oop. Here we go. Good job. Got all that on one page. And another example. Good. So this one was fun, yeah? Pretty easy. Good, good. All right. I'm super proud of y'all. If you did not get yours turned in, you need to get it turned in quickly. Next. All right. It's time. Let's go ahead and do our break before we get into the other stuff. And talking about our different, yeah. It was a little early, but that's okay. All right. Sometimes we're a little early or a little late. 5 minutes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. All right, friends, I think we are back. I have a video I want us to see. Let me get the link here. Hold on. I could not download it. Of course. Because that's how. Mm-hmm. There we go. Nope, go back. Ta-da-da-da-da. Where is it? Here. Actually, you know what? We'll do that. Let's do that one in a minute. Because I'm thinking I got another one I want to show you guys. Okay. Oh, camera. Okay, I got a silly video for you. Give me a thumbs up if you're back. Let's make sure everybody's back. Good. Everybody's back. Okay, sweet. I got a cool little video. Lava meets ice. So this is just kind of silly. Remember, magma's the inside, hasn't come out yet. Lava's changes its name once it comes out. So this is kind of just a silly video. Silly, scary, whatever. Here we go. I have another one, but I couldn't download it, so may have to. I'll just send you the link. So on your paper, we have types of eruptions are different, depends on if it's trapped gases and magma, and there's two different types, the explosive and non-explosive. And it's kind of what it sounds like. If something's explosive, it's pretty violent, loud. If it's non-explosive, it's going to be quiet, okay? So depending on what's happening inside of our volcano, we will then be able to determine if it's going to be crazy loud or really quiet. It has to do with the trapped gases and magma composition, what it's made of. Cool? All right, I'm going to show you some pictures. So if you have, this is going to sound kind of, well, I'm not going to say it because y'all know what I'm trying to say. Low gas is going to be a quiet eruption. Can y'all think of what I'm thinking of? High gas is going to be a loud, okay? It's okay because this is legit. It'll help you remember. Low gas, low silica, quiet eruptions, okay? If it's high gas or high silica, explosive eruptions, violent. Okay, so that's a good way to remember it, okay? I don't even have to say it. Y'all aren't elementary school kids, so you're good. All right. Next, what does the type of eruption depend on? The gases that we have and the composition of the magma. Composition means what is it made of? What is it? What is it? All right, our trapped gases. What are they? Water vapor, carbon dioxide, and it's all trapped underneath the Earth's surface in the magma, okay? At low pressure, they will come out quietly. If they're at high pressure, they're coming out violently when they reach the surface. Remember, both, whichever one it is, it changes its name to lava once it comes out of the volcano, okay? Inside, it's still magma. Now, what can the magma be made of? What's the composition? Let's look at that. Well, there's two types. Basalt, it's going to be less silica, very fluid, produces quiet eruptions. I tried to think of something to help us remember, which is BQ, be quiet. So basalt is going to create quiet eruptions. Okay, BQ, be quiet. Then I thought of something else kind of silly. Granitic or granite magma has lots of silica, high water vapor content, very thick. It produces violence. So I thought of GV, great violence. So if I think GV, great violence, I could think of granite, violence. BQ, basalt, and then quiet. Okay? Just a way to try to remember. All right, next up, fill in the blanks. Who can help me with the first one? Volcanoes can be 3 types. What can they be? I don't have a word bank this time. Look at your paper. Active. Dormant. And yay. Look back at your paper. Good. All right. Types of eruptions are, we just talked about it 1 second ago. Explosive and non-explosive. I'm just going to abbreviate. Right? Quiet or not quiet. Yeah. All right. The type of eruption will depend on what? The trapped something, gas inside, and the type of magma. What do we mean when we say type of magma? Let's go back one. We go back one. Whoops. The type was basalt or basaltic or granitic. That's our 2 types of magma that can give us the quiet, non-explosive type of eruption or explosive with great violence. All right. Now let's look at some volcanoes. We have 3 main types. This is on your paper. You are going to get to draw out to the side in a little bit. We've got a shield. Think about a shield like Captain America holds. Cinder cone. Composite is also called a strato. And then we have supervolcanoes. This is just another category. But the 3 main types are shield, cinder, or composite. I'm going to look at pictures and draw some, okay? And then we have a quiz for us to do. Shield, where's my shield? All right, here we go. Formed by quiet eruptions, the basaltic lava builds up in flat layers, gently sloping sides like the Hawaiian Islands. Okay, so draw this under the word that said, or to the right, I'm sorry, that says shield. It basically is the volcano, and here it is, the top. Whoops, highlighter. Okay, there's your shield, like a shield volcano. I'll show you another one too. Check it out. What do you think? It's pretty now. Got snow on it. Isn't awesome? Did I not have where it is? No, usually I do have it written down. I don't think it told us on this one. That's so pretty. Yeah. All right, our next one is the cinder cone. Yeah, Icelanders, yeah. So cinder cone is caused by the explosive granitic lava thrown high in the air. And it actually, when it comes back down, the lava is going to cool into different sizes called tephra. But check it out. Here's a good example. It's kind of really steep sides, loose slopes. So you can kind of try to draw that one. Or here's a little actual drawing. Then I'll show you another one. And then we'll do here we go, another good picture. Steep slopes. Lastly, composite. See how it's taller? Steep or gentle slopes. Mix. It's a mix. Composite. It's going to have both quiet or violent. So it could be made of the magma with basalt or granite or basaltic or granitic. So it's kind of either or. It's like a mixture, sort of the other two, okay? And I got a picture of a composite. Where is it? There it is. So it's called a composite volcano. A little bit of both. Everybody, that was our last one. No, almost. We're almost done. I'm going to show you one more illustration here. Here we go. So the three types are based on what? The type of material that's coming out, the gases, right? And then what the magma is made of. So we've got the composite volcano, the cinder volcano, and then the shield volcano. So just notice how they look a little different. The composite is with both of those kind of mixed together. So it's a little bit harder to, I think, identify if we had to, but yeah. All right, let's see if you can identify some of the volcano pictures that I have here. Our choices are, why don't we say S for shield, CI for cinder, and CO for composite. Okay, I think that'll be good. So for number one, that one has a lot of layers and mixed terrain, mixed stuff on top. So that's going to be a composite. Good. Away. CO. All right, number two. This one's more of a flat. You might see it as a, shield. Number three, this one's pretty steep. Cinder. Where's four? Four. Another steep one. Yeah, cinder. Good job. CI. Five is here. It's, let's see what you guys guess. It's going to be a little mixture. Yeah, because it's sort of steep, but yeah. So composite. Good. Six. More flat like shield. Good. Seven. It was not easy to find pictures. It's going to probably be composite. Eight. Shield. Yes. All right. Number 9, number 10, number 11. All right. Check them out. Number 9. What do we think? Shield. Cinder. Yeah. And then composite. See. Now, get ready to tell me what the next one is. You ready? That's a different kind of a volcano, right? A waffle cone. Nah, ice cream cone. Just kidding. It looks like a volcano though, right? I know. Silly, silly. Okay, so the last thing that we talk about before we get ready to go into our quizzes is going to be our super volcanoes. And then how do we measure our volcanoes? Okay, well, a super volcano that has had an eruption of a magnitude of 8, which is the largest value on the volcanic explosivity index, VEI. I try to be funny. I try to laugh up, make it fun. It's not easy, but I try. Tears up. So, VEI, Volcanic Explosivity Index. What? Let's see what the heck I'm talking about. Here it is, y'all. Gentle. And it's getting bigger, small. Explosive. Cataclysmic. If it gets up here past 8, you know we're talking about the super volcano. Okay. Here's another example. Gentle, explosive, severe, huge, cataclysmic, colossal, super colossal, mega colossal. If we get to 8, it's going to be like Pompeii. Vesuvius. Now, we talked about earthquakes, and now here we go. Look at the ring of fire. Does everybody see where Vesuvius is? Over here. Kilimanjaro, you've heard of that. Here's the United States. So kind of get your reference here. Pacific Ocean's the ring of fire. Can you see why it's called the ring of fire? Look, it's almost like a ring of fire. Yeah, very scary. Okay, lastly, predicting eruptions. Guys, why do we care about volcanoes? Because we don't want to get in the middle of one. And we don't want anybody else to get hurt, right? Yeah, we need to know about these things. So we got to predict things. Here we go. Last one on your paper. Volcanologist. Don't you love that word? What are you? What's your job? I'm a volcanologist. They study volcanoes so they will be able to predict when they will erupt. Can they predict when they're going to erupt? Probably not, but they can certainly try. Because the only thing that's in charge is God of when that volcano is going to erupt. But they can predict, here we go. It's probably going to erupt maybe tomorrow or next year or in 500 years or whatever. Okay. So that's why we have that job. They have to study them so they can predict when they will erupt. All right, friends, here we go. We're going to do our quizzes. Oh, gosh, I haven't even pulled it up. Hold on. Wayground, sorry. I'm going to have to keep calling it quizzes because that's just what I've been calling it forever and ever. Why would you change the name? Why? I don't like the new name. All right, I'm looking for it. No, we already did that. And they've got everything out of order, even though I had it in order. It's okay. I have to just keep looking through it. Here we go. Okay. It's coming. All right, let me give you guys the link. Then we are ready to do it. I don't know why they changed it. Well, they said they were going to just, I looked at it. Is it like in July, June or July? I can't remember. And they said they were just going to add more services for kids and stuff. And maybe they have, but I haven't I'm not in a classroom, so it's different for me. So maybe it's better for other teachers at schools, you know. Okay, here comes the code. 957636. No spaces. All right, let's do it. Y'all are in here. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Mm-hmm. We got 85%, so I'm thinking that's great. A couple people have finished. Keep going. Looking good. Keep it up. If you finish, you're good. Just relax for a second. Stretch for a minute. Everybody's almost done. You're at 83, 84%. Yes, yes, yes. Keep going. You're almost done. All right. This is done. 83%, and here's our data. We have 94, highest score was 94% by Wesley, Aaron, Caitlin, Cookie, Cake. I don't know who that is. Y'all all got 94. Then we have 81%, 75%. Good job, everybody. So not bad. Anything over 70 would be considered passing, right? Would be good. But some of those questions we hadn't talked about, so it was really a guess. Like where was one of the mountains, volcanoes located? So good work if you guessed it. Okay. Awesome job. All right, let's come back here. Fun facts. And then we're going to answer some questions. And then we're going to, I think we have a Kahoot. So look, there's about 1,900 active volcanoes on the Earth. Over 80 have been found in the ocean. Most happen on fault lines or cracks. We already talked about the Ring of Fire. And did you know that the word volcano comes from the Roman god of fire called Vulcan? Pretty nice. Lava, we already said, can go into 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit or more. Mount Kilimanjaro is it with its 3 volcanic cones, Kibo, Mawenzi, and Shira, is a dormant volcano in Tanzania. It's the highest mountain in Africa. Pompeii, we talked about a little bit, was an ancient city that was completely buried in ash and lava from Mount Vesuvius. And the U.S., the United States, ranks 3rd for volcanoes. Yeah. Mountain Ocean. You can see the mountain from your house, you said? Okay, well, where? In Washington State. Bryn. That's really pretty, I bet. Awesome. Okay, get ready. We're going to answer some questions. All right. Then we've got, I think I've got a Kahoot, don't I? Yes, I do. Here we go. Number 1. All right. A, B, C, or D. These are just pretty much A, B, C, or D answers. Good job. There are about 1,900 blank on Earth. We just said it. Active. 3. The word volcano comes from. Yes. What is magma? Read your answers. Be careful. Awesome. Magma and blank build up before exploding through holes or vents or cracks in the Earth's surface. Poisonous gases, yes. Over blank volcanoes have been found in the ocean. We just talked about this a second ago. Good job, 80. Lava is over blank degrees Fahrenheit. A, B, C, or D. Y'all are so smart. Which is an ancient city famous for being completely buried in ash and lava? Be careful, read, because I try to trick you on something. On how I spell something. Good job. That's number 8. Number 9. What is the hot liquid rock deep under the Earth's crust? Now, let's check it out. Somebody was saying their mom can see mountains from their house. That's cool. Here's the West Coast volcanoes. Look at these, guys. Look at that. I'm sure you've heard of a few of these. Let's see if I can get a pen. Mount Rainier, Mount Jefferson, Mount McLaughlin. Probably heard of Mount St. Helens. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you can see where we got Canada at the way top, then coming on down, Oregon, right? Washington, all that, and Cali. That's a lot. Do any of you live on the West Coast? Let me see. Emma, where do you live? I don't see your initial. Okay, so you're not near there. So nobody. I've had people in California before. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Your mom had lived there before. That's nice. Very nice. Okay, we're about to start our Kahoot. Let me get it ready for y'all. Oh my God. I'll give you the link in case you want to do your split screen. Where is my Kahoot? There it is. It's like the link. I mean, all right, here comes the link. I know the volcano. Yeah. All right. Oops. Wrong one. Sorry, y'all. I had my Firefox open on my other screen. There we go. All right, here we go. Kahootie. It's pulling up, loading. And let's go to Earth Science. We are on week 4, looking at volcanoes. There are 14 questions. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. All right, you're going to need your notes. Yeah, hosted. There we go. Okay. Let me get my screen showing. Let me pause my video or stop it, whatever. Stop. Screen. Done. Open. There we go. The code is coming. Y'all can see the screen now. Start. Here it's loading. I'll put it in the chat box. No spaces, even though it looks like a space. 39386. Let me slide that over the way. Don't. All right, we got Thad, Aaron, Wesley, Caitlin, Emma, Cookie Cake, Gavin, Olivia. We're missing one. Bree, there we go. We're ready. All right, close that. Got it. Here we go. Yes. All right, good try, guys. Gently sloping sides. Remember, like a shield, like Captain America. And it's okay if you miss these because we just learned it. So the Kahoots are usually a lot harder than the quiz is. Okay, so it's okay. long as you're taking your best try. And you got a lot more to read here as well, so it takes a little longer. Yeah, it's going to be one that's calm, large lava flow. All right, explosive. Watch out. We got to get the ash and the, not just lava, but gases and everything into the air. So the red one would be our better choice, yeah. It just included more detail information. All right, active. Active. Good job. One that has at least one eruption during modern times. Okay. What is the magma chamber? Think about the picture I showed you. Good job, everybody. Deep underground. What is a composite volcano? Remember, this has a mixture, hint, 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 of good job. Good guess or good try. Most of y'all got that one. Good. The inside of a volcano is made up of two main features. So, okay, so they're saying the inside. Think about things that would not be on the inside. Good. They have to have that magma chamber. I hope you would get that one. Nicely done. Okay, what is a dormant volcano? Yay! Okay, what are hot spots? Good work. Almost. Yep, significantly larger than others, basically. Good. All right. What? Oh, don't miss it. Be careful. Be careful. Is lava under the earth? No, it's not. We said that all day long. Lava is what it's called when it's outside of the earth. Good. All right. I think it's the last one. Yep. Good job. All right. Let's check out our winners. Winner, chicken dinner. Boom. Yay. So it does. It's so cool how it does at the end. Let's see if it'll show it. It's got the whole class there. Is that everybody? Okay. What does this say? Okay, we didn't get time for that. Escape. All right, y'all. Coming back to class. Let's close that. Let me close that tab. It's just making noise in the background. Don't. Leave page. There we go. All right, friends. It was a great game. Let me get my camera rolling again. Turn on camera. Ah, there we go. So for homework, let's get our homework. We are on week 4. The Kahoots are usually a little harder. I don't always have a Kahoot every week, but they are usually a little bit harder just because, it's a lot more reading too. So that's why I don't do one necessarily all the time, but I like to have both if I can. Let's go to Schoology. Give me a second here. I gotta log in. All right, we are on week 4, lesson 4, volcanoes. You have a practice vocabulary Quizlet, free, right? You don't have to join or anything like that. Just go in and do it. You don't have to sign in. Then you have your quiz answer questions. Y'all are doing a great job at that. Something to print. You get to do an experiment this week for volcanoes. And then we've got a couple of videos. 1, 2. Your song is in there if you want to listen to it again. That's about it. Yeah, y'all are doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Any questions? I also have a little list of the things we're talking about and quiz coming up later on. Coke and Mentos. No, it's not. Well, maybe. I'm not going to say. You'll have to see. All right. Y'all did super. Great job, everybody. Raise a roof. Have a wonderful week. If you need me, send me a message. I'm here. Bye.